And one of the things that have raised many eyebrows, actually, has been the sending of al-Kiswa, or a part of the Kiswa, which is the cloth of the Kaaba, to Jeffrey Epstein, and where in the email communications he's mentioning that he wants pieces of the Kaaba, or at least that's being mentioned to him. And we know that he's got this temple that he had on the island that had a dome like a masjid on it. So the question raises itself as to why this is all the case. And a plausible explanation for this is that this is used for sorcery and black magic. Now, many people will not understand what I mean by that. And especially if you're coming from a secular or materialist perspective, black magic and these kind of things are seen as superstitions of old. But the truth of the matter is, black magic is clearly something the elites understood and they believed in. And the fact that pieces of the Kaaba or cloth of the Kaaba or something like that was sent is something that was understood by Islamic scholars aforetime, as well as, by the way, Jewish scholars as well, because the desecration of sacred items or sacred objects is a method that you can do black magic.
I agree.
I mean, you know more than this than me probably, just because you research so much. But some other stuff they do is I've heard they torture animals. Destroying innocence is a very common thing.
It shows loyalty to the demonic realm, to the abyss of the shaitan and the jinn. So they like to do rituals like, for example, in the religion of Islam, it's forbidden to have relations with your wife during her menstrual cycle. They like to do magic during that time period. They like to do rituals when a woman's menstruating. They like to take anything that's holy and sacred and defile it so they can show loyalty to Shaitan, Satan, and his army, so they can try to gain some knowledge or powers from, that dimension. This is an interdimensional battle. I've been saying it on the biggest shows around the world. One episode you all can check out is God, Aliens, and the Demonic Realm on the Danny Jones podcast. This stuff is real, folks. And you cannot be a believer in the God of Abraham and not believe that black magic is real. We know this from the story of Pharaoh, right? May he be cursed. We know the story of Pharaoh and his magicians. And they, embraced Islam when they saw the miracles of Moses with God's power, right? And they lost their lives, actually. They were martyred. Mm-hmm. They died as believers of God, right? The story's also in the Quran.
Yeah, it's also part of the wisdom that God can turn even the most wicked of hearts into believers.
The Christians, in my opinion, they got it wrong in the Bible. They said Solomon was a sorcerer. Prophet Solomon, peace be upon him. No, he was not.
So crazy.
The prophet Solomon had the ability to command every living creature in this dimension and that dimension. And because they don't understand the concept of free will and that human beings are not the only ones that have free will, the prophet Solomon, peace and blessings be upon him, was one of the mightiest messengers and prophets of God. And he had a gift and he prayed for a dominion that no one would ever have before or after him, which was to control both dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot say you believe in the God of Abraham, peace and blessings be upon him, and not believe in black magic. I don't care if you're a Christian, Muslim, or Jew. I think the Jews know very well about this. Okay? Babylonian, black magic, all that stuff ties in. Then you see places like Bohemian Grove where they dress up in cloaks. Like, how many times do these people have to get caught red-handed? These emails prove only one thing, Sonny. These people are satanic. They're evil. They've penetrated the ranks of many cultures, religions, faiths, government institutions, and they are operating by an unseen force, in my opinion. And I believe they're trying to bring that unseen force to take over the world.
What are some other things they do? Sodomy. They'll have you sleep with relatives and disgusting things. That's why a lot of celebrities' children are trans and gay. I can't, that's one that I wasn't even going to say publicly because it's so disturbing.
They try to cast spells through television, all that stuff, music. It's
hurt animals.
These people are evil, bro.
And then, and bro, there's so many of their tactics that they'll do. They'll also try to imprint a little bit of demonic energy on everything. That's how they think. So that's why Elon Musk, for example, had a Baphomet as his profile picture for over a year, because it naturally leaves a little bit of a demonic energy over everything. So maybe they're even doing that with the chemtrails. Maybe they do. This is why intention and how you start stuff is so important in Islam. What's the first thing you do before you pray? You walk in, you wash, you clean,
baptize.
And usually when they do demonic rituals, they put poop and blood and semen all over the walls. So they do the opposite.
Filth.
And then what do they do? Instead of intention for the sake of God, they do it for the sake of the shaitan.
For
the devil. So it's like the first domino you push with anything you do is always going to be the most important one because it has a ripple effect on how the rest of X thing is going to go. It's also why I used this example before. When the New Year's ball drop happens, what's the first thing they show? Two
guys like that. I almost broke the TV that day. You saw me, right?
They didn't have to do that.
I almost smashed the entire 90-inch TV I have in my living room.
They're just letting you know. And then, dude, there's so many layers to this. And then a lot of them, they show allegiance to the actual Antichrist himself, who in Islam, he has one eye. That's why a lot of them go like this. They cover their eye. They go like this. On the dollar bill, right above the pyramid, there's the one eye. Like, we're so cooked, bro.
This guy himself, Epstein, he probably was Satan, one of the Satans, one of the jinn, one of the shayateen al-ins, actually. We say in Surah An-Nas, the last surah of the Quran, one of the smaller surahs, chapters of the Quran, min al-jinnati wan-nas, that there are shayateen, min al-jinnati, from the jinn and from the nas, from the human beings as well. So you can see that this guy could have been a devil, and he's tampering and playing around with
Bro, a lot of us sleep on that. Like, I think a lot of people forget that when they're reading the Quran, you're not reading the words of the Prophet Muhammad, bro. You're reading the direct words of your creator. So when something is there, it's fact. It's fact. At a certain point of looking into the evidences of why the Quran is from God, you have to just submit, bro. And that's when it really goes to a whole other level. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how often do you meet someone and you think he's a shaitan?
The more vile the act, the more they gain loyalty from that dimension.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they've unalived children. It seems there's a lot of evidence in the emails, even ate them.
Yeah.
Like, we're forbidden to eat pork. Imagine eating a human being.
Yeah.
And all of that is done to show an allegiance to Shaitan, Iblis, A'udhu Billah, and his army. And yes, there's many that have sold their souls. There's no going back for them. Just like Katy Perry's song, Black Horse. Once you come this way, there's no going back. The song, The Dark Horse.
The irony is there is going back,
but in their minds at least.
Yeah. Well, with what they've done, dude, the stuff they've done, bro.
So you cannot be a believer and not believe in the forces of darkness, black magic, the evil eye, you know, spells being cast. It's mentioned in the book itself, separation between man and wife. Okay, jealousy is a very evil and wicked emotion. All of them, arrogance, ego lead to destruction. The worshiping of self. So many women are afflicted by it, bro. It's crazy. Men too, but a lot of women.
You talking about the evil eye right now?
No, just like all day in the mirror. You know, in the mirror, I gotta make sure my hair. And it's never done for the right reasons. It's never done for their husband. Never done, you know, it's done for outside. It's done for the phone. It's done to invite the looks of men that have nothing but an intention of grabbing them and using them for their body. Nothing good from it. The majority of lust, going out to the store in tights and this and that, and putting your husband and boyfriends in an uncomfortable position that they have to watch other men staring at their women's behinds. And we know exactly what the man's thinking. Happens all the time. You can go shopping with your girl. She's not dressed in, you know, loose clothing. You see every man. If you're just a little bit away from her, you watch every man turn their head, bro. Why would you want that kind of attention? Who are you doing it for?
Beats me. I don't know.
And then they say, guys are creeps. Well, I'm not justifying the men's behavior, but you're not making it any easier either.
We're letting you know men are creeps. We're telling you.
We're telling you.
Men are pigs. Men are creeps. We're
low
agreeing.
Low lives.
The one thing I'll agree with Sabrina Carpenter on: men, on average, are pigs mentally.
Low lives, bro.
So cover yourself up.
But who you doing
for
it
your
for?
own good?
What do you care how it looks? That's for me. I want to feel pretty. What makes you feel pretty? Men that you're not married to hitting on you? That's what you need for a boost in confidence? You have no fear of God, no respect for his commands. So it's what? You want to feel pretty what? Because every asshole that you walk past is going to say, hey, whew, mommy, that's what you want? Like, I don't get it. Or you want their negative energy on you? Like, when are the women going to realize it's not just about stopping the events? It's protection, bro. It's spiritual protection from the evil eye. You can't attack what you can't see, bro. Women, other women looking at you is a danger as a woman, because unfortunately you guys are very jealous of each other, bro. They are. Becky, did you see that? Did you see it? Becky, did you see the way she did her nails? Who does she think she is?
Dawa dude with the $10, thank you.
Bro, they're like flying through these women, dancing shaitan with them. Like, let's go, let's get them makeup. If I was a woman, I wouldn't wear a drop of makeup, bro. Not for a man, not for myself, not for anybody. You're beautiful the way God made you, bro.
It's so bad for your skin too.
I'm very fortunate to be married to a woman that doesn't need any makeup. Beautiful. Alhamdulillah. So
hope I get
who
that.
you wearing the makeup for? To have to like, bro, and they take their makeup off, their faces are full of acne, and it's like, who you doing it for, bro? You shouldn't have to do it for anyone. To me, that's liberation.
You wake up to a girl like that?
And men too, bro. Men, guard your chastity, lower your gaze, put the beard. You know, the beard makes you look ugly for the most part, even though it's kind of in style right now. I'm not going to lie, bro.
Maybe I'm weird, but I just like with the Kaaba and stuff, like I just don't care, man. Like when I went, I don't remember if I touched it or kissed it. Like that's how little it means. Maybe that sounds bad, bro, but like I just connect with the creator of the heavens and the earth that you can't physically imagine in your brain. That's all I think about.
You don't got to kiss nothing over there, bro. You're there to worship the one creator. You're there to go around the earth that is marked by that house, but we don't worship or pray to that building. You know, I think people smashing each other to touch a rock is a little crazy.
It's so embarrassing, bro. It's such an embarrassment.
That's
to
not
the
faith. You know, I mean, this faith existed even before that.
If I had to guess, I'd say that comes from a lot of people that come from like idol worship backgrounds, maybe like some Hindus or something. They accepted Islam and they still have some element of that culturally in them. You get what I'm saying? So then they come to Mecca.
If I go there and I don't get to touch the rock,
when I tell you, bro, there was what is it? Abraham's footstep, right? It's right there. It's like 20 feet from the Kaaba and it's in this big gold case. When I tell you I saw some brown guy like this.
To the foot?
Dude, to the case, bro. Like making out with a case, a glass. That some guy's going to come and wipe with Windex after. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? You're going to burn for that. Like, that's actually...
Shirk.
You're not only committing shirk, but you're doing it where your sins are multiplied by like 1 million.
There's only one we bow down to.
Are you crazy?
The creator of the heavens and the earth, the master of the universe, the one that is unseen, the one that is incomprehensible, the sublime, the original, the most merciful, the magnificent, the one that all beautiful names belong to.
But, you know, every religion has this too. You know what I mean? Like there's the
there's the degrees.
There's certain percentiles of every single group that are extremists, that are psychopaths, that aren't following what it actually teaches, that get too emotional. Every single group has it. Like there was a Catholic church where there was like a big statue of Jesus. You can pull this up in the edit if you want, Al, where his foot started leaking water. You saw this?
Yeah.
And so people started rushing from different continents, helping on flights. Jimmy, we're going to Timbuktu. Get your bags. Jesus water's here. They go there. They're waiting in line to get a couple sips of this. What comes out 2 weeks later? It was sewage water. They're drinking piss. You're drinking poop. Like, just connect with the creator, man. Any problem you have, just connect with the creator. Lean on him for everything. The bus is going to be here in a few minutes, but you got to pray right now, pray. And then watch. When you go out there, the bus will be pulling up right on time. Or maybe that bus gets into a crash. Lean on your creator for everything. It's never let me down. Not once. Especially in situations where you know you're being tested. Like if you have a big business opportunity coming your way where there's a big bag, but it's a little bit haram. Leave it up. Leave it up and watch what comes, bro. Just watch. Bro, the West oppresses women 10,000 million times more than Islam. What is every single barista? The person at the coffee shop. What is it?
Gay usually.
No, or a woman. It's gay or a woman.
Yeah.
Every single time you go to a bar at night, you go to a casino and they're serving drinks. What do you get?
Women.
And what do they have? Their boobs out like this. You can't
yeah.
even work at most restaurants or places in America if you don't want to show your boobs as a woman, right?
They won't hire you. They won't say that's why, but they just won't hire you.
All the people on airlines that are coming around bringing you stuff. What is it? It's women. People at front desks at hotel, it's women. In the United States, they like to use women as tools to make money. They use their God-given looks, their boobs, their butt, put it in front of people, usually at the front of a restaurant, hotel, stuff like that. Commodity services, blah, 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 blah. To use them. What do Muslims do? They say that's for your husband. It's for yourself. You don't share that with the entire world. You don't trade something that God gave you and is sacred for money, for worldly gains.
We're cooked, kid.
We're so cooked, bro.
Cooked.
So cooked. It's so stupid, bro. Hooters. Like you're gonna complain about Muslims and you're not gonna complain about Hooters, or you're gonna complain. You can't even leave the. Bro, my tongue is so bad today, man.
Yeah.
You can't even go outside in New York City without seeing boobs on a wall
with no bra on.
Like in society,
Nipples.
it's supposed to be not just walking around. I mean, on the walls,
Jiggling.
on the billboards,
jiggling everywhere, bro.
Jiggling.
You got to put your head down like this as a Muslim, like this.
It's impossible not to see it.
Can't even walk. I'm gonna get hit by a car. I have to be like this on the streets.
And then on social media,
so when you don't see a woman walking with no bra on in Manhattan, you turn to the right, you just see two dudes going like this. Like, bro, I said, you're asking me why do I want to leave here? Why I don't want to live here no more?
Who's asking you? I agree. I'm with you, Unc.
Bro.
And then Islam goes against man's desires too. Like it's just more proof that it's from God. Obviously, a man, if he just was following his instincts, his pishadel, and his monkey desires, he would want all the women to walk around naked every time he goes outside. Ooh, look at this one. Look at that one. But no. Do that for the sake of God, bro.
I think that they were worshipping this Baal, and I believe that they are doing this sacrifices. Baal himself is linked, by the way, if you do a bit of research, you'll find the child sacrifice. This is a very creepy, elitist thing. There's lots of lessons.
Who founded Planned Parenthood? That's the biggest child sacrifice thing, and that's something I have a lot of respect for the Christians for, is they're so adamant about speaking out against abortion. It's 100% immoral. 100% immoral. Killing babies nonstop. And then where do they put them? In black communities.
Don.
Like, you know what really annoys me? You know what actually really annoys me? Is when guys go to like...
Yo, you smoke a cigarette already, dude.
Is when
get them a cigarette.
No, but when people go to like the UAE or they go to one of those countries and they just like throw on a thobe and they're like that's Muslim. Like I'm Muslim right now. Like the way I'm dressed, my knees are covered, my aura's covered. I'm Muslim. Like I'm in my eyes, the way I look at it, I'm dressed just as Muslim as a thobe.
And you're wearing Companion's brand.
Just as Muslim. But that's what annoys me though. It's like
how soft is that, bro? It's nice.